Hello everyone, in this tutorial I'll demonstrate how to create different kinds of links using Dreamweaver. So I have opened the previous page I created, the page design page in my previous tutorial, and in the navigation area, in this area, I will create these different types of links: external link, email link, internal link, and an anchoring link. So let's do an external link. What is an external link? External link is one which when the viewers click, will lead the viewer to a different site, a site that does not belong as one part of your site. So let's see that we want to make this a link so that when people click that, they'll be able to go to the Google page. What you need to do is to highlight that, and then at the bottom in the properties panel you will see links. And if you don't see the properties panel here, what you need to do is to go to the top toolbar, click window, and select properties, and you'll see the properties panel. And what property attributes you see here depends on what elements you are working on in the body. So now we're working on the link. Okay, let's highlight Google and put in the complete link of Google. By complete I mean it should include this: http://www.google.com, and then click within the body, so it becomes a link. As you can see now, it becomes blue and it's underscored. Now let's do an email link. What we need to do is to put the cursor at the location where you want to insert that email link, and then click insert. Click insert at the top, and then email link. Okay, the text that the viewer can see and click, put the text there: email me for comments, whatever, email me, and then put in your email address. Click OK. So that becomes an email link. Now I'll make this an internal link. An internal link is a link which when people click will lead the viewer to a different file or different page within your own site. And each website is composed of different pages, and each link leads to a different page. So let's make this an internal link. What we need to do is to click, press and drag this globe thing and point toward that file in the files panel. Let me show you where the files panel is. In the right hand side is the files, local files panel. If you don't see it, what you need to do is, if you don't see the files panel, what you need to do is to click a window and select files. Okay, if you don't see that. And what I did is I saved all my files, remember, on desktop in a folder named my first site or something like that. And you need to do the same. You need to create a folder somewhere in your machine and save all files associated with your site: images, local videos, whatever files that you need to use for your website within one consolidated folder. Okay, currently we don't see that folder, so what we need to do is to click desktop and manage site so that we can import that folder into this files panel. I'll click manage site, and this dialog box pops up, and then I'll create a new site. I'll name it blue site, whatever name you want to give. Again, don't use spaces or special symbols, just strictly alphanumeric name. Local folder, I think it is on my desktop. And that's the folder. Okay, I'll select that and save. Okay, and now I'll click down here. As you can see now, in the files panel, all the files saved in that folder, which I now define as my site folder, appears here. All the files, Bongo News. Let's see that we want to click this button, press and drag it, and point to this file, Bongo News page. So let me do that. I'm pressing that little globe and pointing upon Bongo News file and drop. And now, as you can see, this becomes a link. Now, the final type of link I want to create is called an anchoring link. What is an anchoring link? An anchoring link is one which, when people click, will lead people to different location on the same page. For instance, if you have a long page, you may want the viewer to go from the bottom of the page to the top of the page by clicking a certain link, or you may want the viewer to click a link that leads to the beginning of the chapter, if it's a long chapter, or to different location of the same page, and that is an anchor link. For the anchor link to work, you need two steps. Step one, you need to create a location, a target location to which you want the viewer to go after clicking a certain link. Step two, you need to create that link. So for instance, in our case, let's see, we want to create a link at the bottom of the page, and which when people click will get people to jump to the top of the page. So I will insert my cursor at the beginning of the page and insert a named anchor. Okay, and I name it page top. Again, no spaces, no special symbols, and I click OK. As you can see now, there is an anchor icon here at the beginning of the page. That's step number one. We have created a target location represented by that anchor. Now at the bottom of the page, I will create an anchoring link. Let's see here. This is not a good location for an anchoring link, but anyway, for the purpose of illustration, I'll create a link here. Jump, page top, go to page top, and I'll make this a link. Highlight the text, and then in the properties panel, point and drag this little globe thing, this little circle, and drop it upon the defined anchor. So let's do that. Okay, let me move my screen capture so that you can see the process here. I'm dragging that little circle and I'm pointing and drop onto that anchor. So now, as you can see, this becomes a link. Now, let's see whether we have succeeded in creating these four different types of links: external link, email link, internal link, and anchoring link. So how do we do that? We need to save this file and preview it in a browser. So let's save this and click the little blue globe here, globe here and preview in Chrome. Let's click the first link. Good, it goes to Google. Let's close this Google page. Now let's click the email link. As you can see, the email dialog box opens. Okay, and the recipient's email address is automatically in the dialog box. I'll close this. Let's try the internal link. So this is the other page, right? That's the news page, as you can see after you click that link. Let's close this, and now let's click the anchoring link. And currently when we click this, nothing happens because this page is too short. That means everything is contained in the same window, and that jumping doesn't show. And for this to visually occur, we have to lengthen this page so that the jumping action visibly shows. So let me do that. Let me go back to Dreamweaver and lengthen. Okay, now as you can see, I have lengthened the page significantly, and now if I scroll it, you can see the page is much longer. And now let's move the screen capture to the bottom of the page. Let's click this, go to page top and see what happens. It jumps, see, to the top of the page. So it works. Now visually you can see the effect. Okay, now let's talk about how we can change the appearance or stylistic appearance of the links. Currently the links are blue underlined, as you can see here. To maneuver and change the appearance of links, what you need to do is go to the, as you can see here, properties panel, and click page properties. Page properties, and you have this dialog box that pops up, and then click links. As you can see here, you can choose a font style for the link. You can choose the font size in the value of pixels or inch, whatever. You can choose the link color. You can make it white, for instance, and you can choose a rollover links color. That means when people put the cursor over the links, perhaps you want them to see a different color. You can see, perhaps they can see, let's see, blue. Or you can choose a different color after people have visited the link. After they have clicked to visit the link, you can choose a different color. Active link means when people move the cursor over the link and click yet without releasing the mouse. That's the active link. And then you can determine the underlining style. Do you want underlining or not, or what? You can hide underline on rollover. So let's save this and see what happens. Okay, I'll save my file and let's preview it in a browser. As you can see, it's already white here, but to see the active properties, let's preview in a browser. As you can see here, the effects are not accurately reflected in my machine because my machine remembers some of the links as visited links because we did visit the links. To accurately see the effects, probably eventually need to upload this page into the virtual space. When you visit the same page on a different machine that does not remember this as visited links, on which these links are not visited, then the actual effects will be there. Okay, but the effect is reflected in this link. Original state is white underlined. When you move your cursor over it, it becomes blue, not underlined. Okay, so today in summary, we have talked about different types of links using Dreamweaver: external link, internal link, email link, and targeted link or anchoring link. Thank you for listening. Have a good day.